Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we will be talking about Fable 2026. Let's dive in. The upcoming Fable is expected to reimagine the beloved fantasy world of Albion with a fresh story that blends humor, magic, and player-driven choices. Set in a vibrant fairy tale-inspired land, the game will likely introduce players to a world where myths and reality overlap, creating an unpredictable and often whimsical environment. From the very beginning, players may be placed in the role of an ordinary person whose life is suddenly disrupted by a strange and powerful magical event. This inciting incident could involve a personal loss or transformation, something that pushes the protagonist out of their comfort zone and into a much larger world. In classic Fable fashion, the story may not revolve around a single fixed destiny, but instead evolve based on the player's actions and decisions. Rather than being told who to be, players are expected to define their own path, whether noble, selfish, or somewhere in between. Albion itself will likely play a central role in the narrative. The world is expected to feel alive, filled with bustling towns, dangerous forests, and hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. Each region may have its own tone and conflicts, allowing players to engage with a wide variety of stories that range from humorous to emotionally serious. Exploration will probably be a key element, rewarding curiosity and experimentation. The game may also lean heavily into its signature moral choice system. Decisions big and small could shape not only the storyline, but also how non-playable characters react to the player. Acts of kindness might earn admiration and trust, while darker choices could lead to fear or hostility. Over time, these choices may physically alter the hero's appearance, reinforcing the idea that actions have visible consequences. Characters are expected to be a major highlight. Players will likely encounter a cast of quirky, memorable individuals, each with their own motivations, problems, and personalities. Some may become allies, companions, or even rivals, depending on how the player interacts with them. Relationships could evolve dynamically, adding depth to the overall narrative experience. Combat and abilities will probably tie into the story as well. Players may develop their hero through a mix of swordplay, ranged weapons, and magic, with each style influencing how challenges are approached. The narrative could adapt to these choices, allowing for different solutions to conflicts, whether through brute force, clever thinking, or magical intervention. Humor is expected to remain a defining feature of the game. Like earlier entries in the series, the tone will likely balance epic fantasy stakes with lighthearted and sometimes absurd moments. This contrast helps make the world feel unique, where serious quests might sit alongside bizarre side stories involving eccentric villagers or strange magical mishaps. The theme of power and consequence may sit at the heart of the story. As players grow stronger, they may face increasingly complex decisions that test their values. The game could explore what it truly means to be a hero in a world where good and evil are not always clearly defined, encouraging players to reflect on their choices. Another possible focus is legacy. The actions taken throughout the game might have lasting effects on Albion, shaping its future in visible ways. Towns could prosper or fall into ruin, factions might rise or collapse, and the overall tone of the world could shift depending on the player's influence. Customization and personal expression will likely play a big role in storytelling. From appearance and clothing to property ownership and lifestyle choices, players may craft a version of the hero that feels uniquely their own. These elements could tie into how the world perceives them, reinforcing the idea that identity is built through action. The narrative structure is expected to be flexible rather than linear. Players may be free to pursue the main storyline at their own pace while getting lost in side quests and activities. This open-ended approach allows for a more personal journey where no two playthroughs feel exactly the same. Ultimately, Fable 2026 will likely be about shaping your own story within a magical world full of charm, danger, and unpredictability. Instead of simply following a predetermined path, Players will create their own version of a hero or villain through the choices they make, the people they meet, and the legacy they leave behind in the ever-changing land of Albion.